To record the whole journey of this course, we used the famous blogging site Blogger, which allowed us to record the process of our research, planning and evaluation in various visual and exciting ways, as opposed to plain written text. The use of various different technologies is important in media and allows the content of our work to appear in diverse ways. The use of various medias has been tricky at times, but we feel we have developed and our work has grown and improved due to the different styles and techniques we have experimented with through the course of this topic. Having had Blogger since AS level of this subject, we're all relatively familiar with the programme. Therefore, we were able to produce work of high quality, improving as we went. We found Blogger to be an extremely useful programme to present our work on, as it allows links to images, videos, presentation, audio and more. We also experimented with Prezi Presentations, a programme which allows you to present your work in visually exciting ways. Prezi allows the viewer to manually flick through the presentation slides with interesting motion and visual effects. The programme allows you to add audio, image, text and videos, which are all great ways to get your message across. An example of one of my Prezis is the audience profile presentation. I looked into different conventions and also genres which share similarities with film noir. Prezi allowed me to add my own creative videos to each slide, which organised my process well. Whilst researching previous film noir movies for the past for our inspiration for our film, we wanted to analyse 2 original movies. Instead of writing an essay on an entire movie, we thought it would be more appropriate to focus on the visual codes and conventions which are so iconic to the genre. So we thought, what better way to express this than through the actual footage itself. We decided to use the Movie Maker program on our computers to analyse the action as it happens in the form of captions over the top of the moving image. We found this to be a brilliant way to analyse the film with the visual aid of the clips themselves. When planning our actual film, we use various technologies to convey the process. Again, we use Prezi Presentations to show the journey of our development. Here are 2 examples where the Prezi Presentations depict the day's filming and the initial plans of our opening credits. By using images and screenshots, we've been able to visually share the process and planning involved. Another great way of recording the days of shooting was Windows Movie Maker. Whilst out shooting, I took photographs during filming. Using the program, we were both able to insert these images from the day's events, along with audio or written captions explaining the process of filming each day. We then converted the video files and uploaded them onto our YouTube accounts for our blog. The videos acted as a filming diary as such, allowing a close-up look to the way we worked. Videos are so versatile and are a great visual asset to work with. Various websites were available, such as 1001 Fonts. Scrolling through various font styles, we were able to narrow down the search to a select few, which suited the style of our movie. We then picked our favourite font, which was to then appear on our posters, which was part of our first ancillary task. When creating our ancillary task, the film posters, we found the most productive way to plan and create our initial ideas was through the use of our own sketches depicting our designs. Drawing the plans and annotating them manually allowed us the freedom to produce exactly what we envisioned in our heads for our posters. Bringing them to life, I used my camera to capture the stills we had imagined. After taking the photographs of the characters, we then moved on to the editing of the images to our desired effect. We used Adobe Photoshop, which is a program specialised and specifically designed to edit images to good quality. After editing the images, we analysed the effects and how they compared to our previous drafts. The next stage was to take the photographs and transform them into film posters. By using Microsoft Word, we were able to add text, fonts, logos, institutions and more to suit our posters' needs. The program, although simple and limited, gave an added touch, making the posters come to life and look authentic and original.
Instead of writing our text, we decided to use a computer microphone. We then created sound recordings to act as voiceovers for the majority of our analysis. This allowed us to improvise and speak freely about our journey and process, as well as being a more interesting form of communication as opposed to text. Once we had shot our film, the next stage was to edit. We used Final Cut Express on the Mac desktops at school. As we have had previous experience with this computer program from last year, creating our horror film Killer Hills and a music video for Lana Del Rey's Born to Die. Our past experience with Final Cut allowed our group to feel confident while editing and produce a higher quality of work to date. Along the journey, we came across various obstacles which we tried our best to overcome to produce our final film. We decided that we wanted our film to emulate the feel of traditional film noir, and one of the more apparent features of traditional film noir films is their use of black and white. Obviously, when these films were produced, this was not a choice as they did not have the technology to film in colour. However, we decided our film would really benefit from having a traditional noir colour scheme. This meant that we had to edit each of our clips to change them to black and white, and we did this by using the Colour Balance tool on Final Cut Express. We had to adjust the saturation by dragging the marker to the very start, make the blacks even darker and make the whites even brighter. One issue we did have was making sure that each of the clips looked the same, so we had to ensure we were adjusting the levels of each clip and matching it to the clips that came before.
To present our evaluation in an interesting and visual way, we again tried out our favourite presenting techniques, which we have come across in the process of this course. We used a computer webcam to record ourselves, giving the information directly to the viewer. This allows the contents of our evaluation to seem more personal as we explain directly and clearly. We have also included links between our film and previous classic noir movies from which we had taken influence. We use screenshots from both films to emphasize similarities and differences in comparison. Images act as a visual aid when getting a point across, which we found a simple but effective technique. We wanted to create an interesting visual look into the process we went through as a group to create our final short noir film, Dead Man Running. However, we wanted the format to be relatively simple but effective in its style and format. By using both image and screenshots, we are allowing visual access into our journey, which brings it to life, giving the viewer greater understanding. The personal webcam videos we have recorded also inject a personal element into the evaluation, reaffirming that this was our own personal experience. When showing particular images or visual matter, we often used voiceovers, as we are doing now. Voiceovers again act as a more personal method of communication and allow us, the people who know most about the process, to speak directly about it.